from 1989 and through the 90s, having live-action Batman again offset for many of us fans some of the problems those movies had. Looking back on them now, they're not nearly as good, if we're really honest with ourselves, as we thought they were at the time. The one exception being, we were absolutely right in 1997 that Bad Batman and Ruh-Roh Robin was actually the worst superhero film ever made until we get to the CW era. I am not a fan of George Clooney, although he stars in one of my favorite movies of all time, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But if I'm going to be fair and honest about it, I think George Clooney could make a good Batman. This, however, was not that script. I was never excited about Chris O'Donnell as Robin, but that was notwithstanding. The script gets completely wrong. The character of Mr. Freeze, his behavior, and his physicality. Arnold Schwarzenegger should not have been playing Mr. Freeze. If you were going to pull that off, you'd have to write that completely different and give him the seriousness and gravitas that Freeze should have. Men my age, we were all in love with Alicia Silverstone in this era, and while she looks good in this movie, but she never was meant to be Batgirl. She doesn't fit any of the Batgirls that had ever been before. They even completely write a new origin for her version of Batgirl. It's just silly. Bane is sort of, well, a covered character that just groans a lot. Really the only person that stands out in this movie as being new and rightly cast is Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. She's the thing that brings sparkle to this otherwise dismal affair. The movie is just too colorful, too cartoonish, too intentionally campy. The humor feeds into the camp, and beyond that, there's just too much going on with introducing the new weird Batgirl storyline. If you took this script and you redid it and did even just scene by scene, cut out the Batgirl, kept Freeze, kept Poison Ivy, kept Bane, but gave it an air of seriousness, made it darker, made it grittier, got somebody else to play the role of Mr. Freeze, this could have potentially been an amazing film. But you're not going to do this when you've got a script that has bat skates. You're literally one step removed from bat shark repellent, which came back in the Batman Lego movie in a way that was much more finesse and delightful than anything they did here. It was neat to go back and rewatch it after all these years. Hearing the news that Clooney made an appearance in the Flash movie that I don't plan on seeing sort of prompted me. It is a neat idea to do a multiverse where you tie in all these other Batmen and other characters, at least for brief cameos. Clearly that's what the supporters of the horrific multi-criminal, allegedly, Ezra Miller are after.